Welcome to the EA Sports Tournament of Legends. And the final two, Dick. They've gone through some great ones to make it here. Now all they want is one more. Tonight we've got an interesting matchup at the small forward spot. Number 22 is a kid that has every intention of putting it in your face when he gets near the rim.
His counterpart tonight is a sharpshooting three-point specialist that can shoot it with the best of them. It should be an interesting matchup to watch.
Well, partner, I say let's get to the action on the court and we'll see how this one plays out. Well, here we go. And the first half has officially begun. The shooting guard takes the feed. On the dribble, gives it up. On the shot clock. They got it. Pushes it up. Both teams looking to get things going here. Cross court. Defensively down on the low block, and there's a steal.
Oh, terrific job anticipating, reading the offense, and making that steal. Great composure to pass it despite the trap, Brad.
The point guard with the ball. Gave it up. On the shot clock. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper.
I'll tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, and passing to the block.
Off the rim and no good. Number 22 takes the pass. Kicks it out. Too much time in the lane.
If it ain't there, move, young man.
Now looking for the pick.
Hey, it's important that the dribbler really turns that corner hard when he's using that ball screen.
Douglas receives the ball. Cross court.
Handled the trap really well there, Brad.
Moving it around the perimeter. 10 seconds to get it off. That spin move not successful, Dick.
I tell you, great job on the defense, not allowing him to make that turn.
Cross court. Now the turnaround jumper. Grabs the board.
And I've got to get out and fill the lanes, Brad.
Passes it out of the trap. Looking for a good shot. Boy, terrible execution on offense. And there's what the game tempo is looking like tonight.
A little half-court action, a little fast breaking, Brad. As a result, we have a balanced tempo reading.
The small forward receives the pass. Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper. 10 on the shot clock. Working it around the perimeter. And has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that blocked shot.
Boy, assist-to-turnover ratios are big, and that's a big turnover.
I'll tell you, they're turning the ball over too often. You can't win when you do that.
And it's good. That's a momentum buster.
He's here to fight, baby.
Coach wanting them to set up defensively now. Stolen away. Way out on top. Controlling the ball. Up and in. Pushes it up. He unloads a three. No good. And there's sort of a snapshot of our game tempo.
The quick shots, Brad. That's why the tempo meter is where it's at.
For the bucket, the lay-in. Our three-prong attack tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brad Nessler with Dick Vitale and our friend EA Aaron Andrews checking in from the sideline. The point guard gets the ball.
Dump it inside.
He passes it out of the trap. Douglas handles the pass. Tries for two. Way off target. Number 22 receives the pass. Goes up for two. It'd be nice if he could get some assistance out there. That young man is doing it all for his team right now.
He's a one-man show at the moment. He can't get any help from his teammates.
On the outside. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper. He knocks down another bucket.
This kid's got skills, Brad.
All right, let's check in. Third member of our team again. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Coach has been very animated over here on the sidelines. His team is doing a great job of following strategy and playing that up-tempo style. I'm sure he'll continue to encourage them over the course of the game to ensure they don't stray away from what's working.
Aaron Andrews, our sideline correspondent, as usual, providing that extra bit of insight. The small forward gets the ball. Turnaround jumper. Kept alive, though. Offensive rebound. Up and in. What are some of the things that up-tempo teams will look to do, Dick?
Up-tempo teams really want to put pressure on a defense. They want to create tempo in the game, and they want the tempo to be at a high pace.
Coleman receives the ball. No luck from in close. The shooting guard gets the pass.
Escape the trap.
Kicks it out. Turns it over. Now looking to attack. For two. This is the easy one. The lay-in. The Cougars will play up-tempo at one end and in the half court at the other end. Wouldn't you agree, Dick?
They feel they are more successful when they focus their attention on doing a bit of both, Brad. They have the personnel to be able to play up-tempo at one end and play in the half court at the other.
For the bucket. Up and in. Dick, this move going to the basket is definitely a candidate for our Pontiac game-changing performance.
Wow, Brad, that's a fantastic move. That may be our Pontiac game-changing performance.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. He intercepts it. On the outside.
Hey, Brad, coach is going to have to make some substitutions. Some of these kids are tired.
Tries for two. The lay-in. Had a momentary look from three-point land.
Get that sucker out of the game, man. Terrific score off the fast break.
They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job packing it in. Done a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
Jumper won't go. Rowe receives the pass. He attempts to dribble around the trap. Unsuccessful, though.
Hey, Trap's giving that kid some fits.
Goes up for two. Up and in. He shoots from downtown. I don't think that's the guy they want shooting that shot.
Hey, Brad, their shot selection has been questionable. Too many outside jumpers. They've got to attack inside and then out.
Great composure to pass it out of the trap. Owen handles the pass. On the dribble, gives it up for two. And he missed. Work the perimeter.
Spacing's so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
For the bucket. And off the mark. Pushes it up. Thompson, subpar performance is just destroying his confidence.
I hate to see a young man struggle like this.
Cross court. Tries for two. The lay-in. Well, let's take a look here at the tempos for both these teams tonight.
Well, it looks like both of them are going to be battling to see who can control the tempo and put pressure on the opponent.
They get an open look for three. Comes up empty. The point guard takes the feed.
Up and inside.
The ball goes out of bounds. Number 23 checks in for the first time.
I'll tell you, this is what they need coming off the bench, Brad.
Let's go courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
Brad, before the game, both coaches and players said they were looking forward to tonight's matchup. Whose weaknesses will be exposed and who will really step up, guys?
Thanks, Aaron. EA, of course, our third member, getting that additional insight and dealings from the sideline. Off the rim and no good. A little two-man action from three-point land. Poor decision. He has no business taking that shot.
Yeah, that's horrible, Mr. Nessler. Horrible shot selection.
The skip pass is picked off. Now looking to attack.
Good drive right there. Good penetration.
As we continue to track the game's tempo.
Hey, Brad, that doesn't surprise me. The pace has been quite hectic.
The point guard gets the ball. They'll work it around the arc. The ball goes out of play. So they'll inbound on the baseline. Takes the jumper.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly. Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. There's a look at the current tempo for the game.
We've seen a combination of both short and long possessions here, Brad. Nothing wrong with that if that's your team's ideal style of play.
They work the perimeter.
This defender is resilient, still applying pressure.
He had his shot blocked. Time's up, Dick. How does a team just flat run out of time like that?
Hey, Brad, when a defense is playing like these are, the offensive players become unsure of what shot to take. So obviously this wastes time.
Cross court. He attempts the jump shot. They really seem to be letting this one get away, Dick.
Yeah, there's been a breakdown somewhere. They need to talk this one over, Brad.
And Dick, this is just playing good defense.
Really does a great job with his footwork, beating him to the spot.
Let's go courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
Coach has been pretty active.
Here's a block from behind.
My man was on a mission.
Up and in. Who will win the battle of tempos here tonight? That's what we want to know right now, Dick.
Well, Brad, controlling the tempo can be very difficult, especially for the entire game. But if you stick with your strengths and make changes when needed, winning becomes a lot easier. Great finish to the hoop off the 2-on-1, Brad.
Time to talk it over. We've got a timeout. We'll see who's got more coming out of this timeout as play resumes. Turnaround jumper. Dick, they just seem hungrier for the rebounds.
You're right, Brad. No doubt about it. They're not afraid to get physical.
Number 44 with the ball. Trying to feed the low block. He tries the three ball. Not there. What are some of the things that up-tempo teams will look to do, Dick?
Hey, usually they're always looking to run. They like to get the rebound and go. They like to really push the ball up court and attack.
And the ball goes out of play.
So many teams get bumped on screens when you inbounds the ball from the baseline.
Kicks it out. They go with the entry pass on the post. Turnaround jumper.
I'll tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block.
He can't get around the trap.
Hey, Trap's giving that kid some fits. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
And there's a lazy pass. It's stolen away. Turnover. Will it turn into two the other way? Goes out of bounds. Points off turnovers, Dick, a stat I know coaches pay a lot of attention to.
Hey, Brad, it sure is. You want to limit your opponent's number of points off turnovers. Ultimately, you want to nullify the easy baskets.
Gave it up. They've got a player spotting up on the three. He bombs from outside. Dick, he's simply on fire.
Hey, call the fire department, baby. This one's burning up.
They work it around the perimeter. Goes up for two. Shots off the mark. Blocked. Pushes it up. Eludes the trap there. Kicks it out. That one's blocked from behind.
Great rotation by the D. I love it.
Takes the pass in the paint. Tries for two.
Great pass out of the trap, Brad.
Goes up for two. The lay-in. Who'll be able to use their tempo and come out with a win here, Dick?
Well, it all comes down to execution. If you can put points on the board playing your style, your opponent will have to make adjustments that may affect their tempo and what they will do well.
Cross court. Picks off the lazy pass. Here we go on the break. The power forward with the ball. Way off target. Up and in. The small forward with the ball. Now they work it around the perimeter. For two, the lay-in.
I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
He dials long distance. It's no good. For the bucket. Up and in. Number 34 takes the feed. They're working around the perimeter.
Hey, dodge one there, Brad.
Tries for two. The lay-in.
Opportunity for 2 for 1.
Off the rim and no good. Goes up for two. Up and in. Passes it out of the trap.
He almost found himself in some trouble there, Brad.
He gets another one to go.
This is a shooting clinic, my friend. Look at that spacing.
Picks off the pass. The point guard receives the pass. For two, the lay-in. On the dribble, gives it up. In the dying moments. Off the mark. At halftime, the Orange are up by 27. Now let's rewind a little bit here and watch the play of the half. In terms of those points of emphasis, Nick, what do you see so far?
I think these guys really need to rethink what they're doing. The points I brought up earlier should put them in a position to win games. If they stray from those points, they'll have a tough time winning on a regular basis.
Thanks, Mr. Vitale. We'll see how they adjust their style of play for the second half. Number 3 has not shown his usual productivity on offense.
But you know what, Brad? He's still having a decent game. What's more important is for the rest of the team to pick up the slack in the second half.
Dick, in the second half, our player matchup update, and they're playing very, very even right now, and they're not making mistakes.
I tell you what, not making mistakes, and both are doing a great job getting to the free throw line. I think that's been essential, and they're converting on the line.
Number 4 receives the pass. They get an open 3. I'm not sure that's who you want shooting the 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
Inside. Gets the ball and now faces his man down in the low block.
Oh, very aggressive player once he got up in the face-up position in the post.
Passes it out of the trap. On the elbow, they feed down to the low block. He's all alone. Nails the tray. Looking for a good shot. For the bucket. Perfectly executed. Moving it around the perimeter. And the slam.
At least you make the highlights letting him do that.
Tries for two. The Orange have a hot hand right now that's scoring for them at the moment.
Brady's on fire.
Looking for a good shot. Great block there from the post, Dick.
Wow, Brad, that was superb defensive positioning, allowing him to make the block.
Goes up for two. Up and in. The point guard takes the feed with the catch. Nice execution on the spin.
I'll tell you, great spin move to the basket.
Kicks it out. Takes away the pass. Number 43 takes the pass. And has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that blocked shot.
Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. For the bucket. And off the mark. Tries for two. Doesn't go. Goes up for two. Too strong. Picked off. It's a fast break possibility. For two. Way off target. The center receives the pass. Might be a ball screen here, Dick.
Well, you got to use that screen. Hey, how to dribble or use the screen is important in a pick and roll situation.
Working it around the perimeter. For the bucket. Off the rim and no good. Number two receives the pass. Cross court. Tries for two. The lay-in. The shooting guard with the ball. Goes up for two. Way off target. Well, here's a look at the tempo for both teams tonight, Dick.
You know, it's crucial, Brad, that both teams stick to their style of play. If not, the chances of them winning definitely decreases. Watch out, 5-second call approaching.
Here, a 5-second call forced by that determined defense. As we now take a look at our bench score.
Hey, Brad, getting productivity from your bench is always so beneficial. You rarely see good teams win with poor bench production. It means you're a deeper team, it helps your rotation, you can overcome injuries, and you become multi-dimensional. The list of advantages goes on and on and on.
Here comes the ball screen.
Dump it inside.
On the shot clock. Outside jumper. The Orange have found a player who cannot seem to miss, Dick.
They need to keep feeding the ball. It's simple.
Gave it up.
He didn't have the good angle. They should have got it to him about a second earlier. That's a good-looking bucket out of the transition, Brad.
The power forward handles the feed. On the outside. Here's the toss back out from the post.
I tell you, coach's dream when your post player can be an exceptional passer.
He's trying to see if there's an easy one out there. And that was just coast to coast for the score.
Great composure to pass it despite the trap, Brad.
Looking to move it around the perimeter. Tries to turn, and the defense comes up with a play.
What a terrific play to stop that spin move.
The point guard takes the pass. 10 on the shot clock. On the outside. Turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebounding ability.
Timeout. Okay, then it's time to put the game plan in action, Dick.
Hey, it certainly is, Brad. Whenever you get the chance to get a quick break and regroup, you need to be able to come back onto the floor ready to carry out your game plan. Whether it's a defensive or offensive focus, you've had the chance to talk about it. Now it's the time to do it, to execute.
Back to the action now in the half court. Let's see what they set up, Dick. Had a momentary look from three-point land. Gets it off in time. Whoa, not a good decision to take that shot.
Brad, I can guarantee you that he's not the guy they want shooting the ball.
There's the tempo for the game thus far.
The tempo is definitely on the slower side. Something that works well for some teams and not so well for others.
With a rejection. The ball goes out of bounds. Let's check in courtside with Aaron Andrews. Aaron?
Well, Brad, the player matchup has been our focus tonight, and he's been effective because his teammates are finding him in the right spots, and he's knocking down all his shots, guys.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Aaron Andrews, always close to the action. The point guard takes the feed. Eludes the trap there. Dumps it in.
Skill, that's the word, my friends. That comes to mind when I look at this young guy. He can score being faced up to the hoop or with his back to the basket.
Kicks it out.
Great defensive play. Anticipated well. When you're an anticipator, you got a chance to do well. A lot of guys, they're reactors. If you're a reactor, you're one step behind the action.
They'd like to get it inside to the low block. Unable to so far. Nice job of packing it in defensively.
Yeah, they're really doing a great job packing it in, and a great job of anticipating that lateral pass.
Another turnover.
We're not talking apple turnovers either.
Kicks it out. Picked out of the air. He looks to run. The power forward gets the pass. Up and in. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
Jumped in front to take it away. The Orange in transition for two. The lay-in. On the dribble, gives it up. And there's what the game tempo is looking like tonight.
That's a great indication of how frantic the pace has been, Brad. Up and inside.
Steals a pass. Dick, it looks like some of these guys are really getting tired. The Orange looking to attack in transition with a bucket. Up and in. They'll work it around the arc. Tries for two. The lay-in.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps.
Rebounding is such an effort thing. Getting to the glass, blocking out. There aren't enough good rebounding teams in the nation.
They work the perimeter.
That was a great effort right there. Trying to play that passing lane. Anticipating really well. I tell you, they all want to take it to the rack. High wire rack, baby. Little dipsy-do dunkaroo.
The small forward takes the pass.
They've got a shooter spotting up on the three-point line.
The center receives the ball from the top of the circle. He's good for another score.
Hands in his face. Anytime now, boys.
Gave it up. Intercepted.
Slam jam bam, up and away, the elevator man, they love it. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Goes up for two. Up and in. Pushes it up. He intercepts it. Makes it. They work it around the perimeter. The ball goes out of play. Well, there's a turnover situation. I guess most notable, the number of points off turnover.
Well, Mr. Nessler, that's why you want to take care of the basketball. You want to protect it. Turnovers will result in points being scored at the other end. That's one statistic which coaches always monitor.
Now they work it around the perimeter. 10 seconds to shoot. On the dribble, gives it up. for two. A sweet-looking shot.
He is super. He really is.
That spin move not successful, Dick.
I did a great job on the defense, not allowing him to make that turn. Handled the trap really well there, Brian.
Gave it up. Picks off the lazy pass. The point guard gets the ball. He's in the clear. Coleman makes a tray.
I'll tell you, he missed the post guy. The post guy had the great angle, was locking on the box.
Good defensive stance there against the spin move.
Well, the key is to beat him to the spot, and he did a great job. He anticipated that spin move.
Pushes it up.
Nice stepping it, man. Take a look right here. Little Baryshnikov in shorts, little ballerina hanging in the air.
He's a jack of all trades. Working around the perimeter. He blocks the shot. Coleman receives the pass. Turnaround jumper. 10 on the shot clock. Let's check in with Erin Andrews and what she's got in store for us. Erin?
Well, Brad and Dick, I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it clearly down here. The coach is stressing, go inside, go inside. They've been affected all night long that way. What an asset to have, guys.
All right, Erin, we're going to watch that the rest of the game.
I'll tell you one thing, she's essentially right. Down in the post is where you create a lot of offensive action.
10 seconds to put up a shot.
Try to go inside.
Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper. The Cougars have got to continue to get him the ball.
Daddy's on fire.
Timeout. It's always interesting to see who's still hot and who's not after a timeout, Dick.
Well, you got to think the shooters might be the most effective, Brad.
Rowe receives the ball, puts up the jumper. Good for two. And there's sort of a snapshot of our game tempo.
Long possessions, a few fast breaks is the reason for that, Brad.
The power forward takes the pass.
Look at that spacing.
And has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that block shot. I like the idea of having a glass cleaner on your team. Someone who can get those rebounds.
for two. The lay-in. Well, here's a look at the tempo for both teams tonight, Dick.
You know, it's crucial, Brad, that both teams stick to their style of play. If not, the chances of them winning definitely decreases.
Looking for a good shot. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. Dribbles around the trap.
Right around the trap. Escape the trap.
Cross court with lots of room.
In and out with tough luck.
Well, let's take a look at the tempo each team is going to try to set for this game. Richard?
Well, whenever you have two teams looking to control the speed of the game, you need to keep your eye on how each team makes changes. Setting the tempo can be an advantage, but adapting can be just as important.
Goes up for two. Up and in. On the dribble, gives it up.
Terrific block shot, though. He's a dominator blocking shots on the interior.
Top of the circle, they work it around the perimeter. Moving it around the perimeter. Picks off the pass. Pushes it up. He can't beat the trap.
Hey, Trap's giving that kid some fits.
Looking for a good shot. Ten seconds showing on the shot clock. The lay-in. Shot clock is dead. Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper. He beats him to the punch defensively.
What a terrific job. Footwork really excellent on the post play.
Boy, assist-to-turnover ratios are big, and that's a big turnover.
I'll tell you, they're turning the ball over too often. You can't win when you do that.
Number 4 takes the feed. For two, perfectly executed. As we continue to track the game's tempo.
Two teams who are picking and choosing when they want to push the ball, Brad.
It's time to pick tonight's top play, the Pontiac game-changing performance. Let's take a look. Houston loses this game in a mocking fashion.
This is a surprise since the two teams were so evenly matched.
Brad Nessler saying so long for my partners Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews. Thanks for joining us. Here's a look at our main stars, our players of the game.
I tell you, being recognized as the player of the game is a great accomplishment for this young guy. However, getting the W is much better. it.